Gibson Pickup Shop 1959 Humbucker Collector's Edition Series 3. Hello everyone, this is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. So, the fact that this is the third time, this is the Series 3, I believe it's the same pickup every single time. They're just, they release 1,000 at a time, test the water, see if they sell out, how quickly they sell out, and then if they do, they decide, oh yeah, we'll make another 1,000 of those. The fact that at least 2,000 people have bought these pickups so far makes me very sad. It is a $1,000 pickup set. You heard that right, $1,000. If I'm spending out $1,000 on a pickup set, I want, like, the originals. I want that thing out of, like, a 1959 Gibson Les Paul. For something that is a replica, like this, that's what this is. It is made by Gibson, but it is a replica with the El Nico 3 magnets. And they're not potted either, so you get that terrible squeal, which I personally don't like. Some people do. I don't like it. I would rather have a wax-potted pickup than an unwax-potted pickup. And people just keep buying these. They have made $20,000 off of people buying these pickups, and the components to make a pickup are not that expensive. You can probably make a full set of pickups for like $20. It's some metal, it's some copper wire, and some magnets. There's really not a whole lot going on in there. Yes, you have to do a certain number of winds, wind it a certain way. What type of magnet are you using? What type of metal are you using for the base plate? What type of wire are you using? Those all do play factors into the sound of a pickup. But is a pickup worth $1,000? No. Maybe a couple hundred. If they made these, like $100 more expensive than their typical sets, which I think they're typical sets. If we go to their website and just scroll down here, yeah, you can get a greenie set for $300. So that's an option as well. Oh, it looks like they do have a Series 1 too. That's interesting. I didn't realize the Series 1 was available. Yeah, you can add that to cart too. But so maybe my mistake. Maybe they haven't fully sold all of them yet, because the Series 1 is still available. But please do not spend $1,000 on pickups. Classic white 57. Please do not spend. I understand they're cool. They come in a nice little presentation box. I feel like the way they're presenting them, you shouldn't even put them in a guitar, even though isn't that like the entire point, to put them in a guitar and play them? To put them in your Gibson, you got to play authentic and play them. But the fact that they just keep releasing these, someone's buying them. That's ultimately where we're at. Is somebody is ultimately buying these things. They are putting them in their guitars. They have the money, and the only way to stop Gibson from doing this is to not buy them. If you don't dish out the cash, they will be forced to lower the price. That's how it works. That's how it works with anything. Guitars, cars, food, gasoline. If you don't buy it and you wait long enough and you hurt the companies long enough, they will lower the price to a point where people will start buying it again. That's the goal. That is the goal here. I've never bought a new Gibson. I probably never will, just because the prices of everything is ridiculous. I do have a couple of used ones, but technically Gibson has never gotten my money. I have a couple of used Epiphones too. I've never bought a new Epiphone either. So that's a fun fact. But they keep making these things. And I'm not saying they sound bad, because I've heard the other series and they sound good. They sound fine through my crappy speakers and my phone. Never heard of them in person, but I don't even know how. My biggest question is just looking at the back of them here with the pictures. I don't see how you would really identify these things from, like, custom buckers. Because I think, they basically are a fancy set of custom buckers. You got that. Unless they give you the case, but if someone like slapped these in a guitar and sold them to you, I don't really see you being able to know, like, what the heck they are. Let's go ahead. Is the greenie buckers down here still somewhere? I just want to click on that set and look at the back of these two. Yeah, it looks pretty similar. The base plate. They don't really label them. I know ultimately you can take like ohm readings from them to try to figure it out. Maybe it's because they have like this tarnish on the back of them. That's how you identify them or something. But that can just happen over time. Metal gets tarnished over time depending on what conditions you store it in. And it looks like these are slightly aged going on as well. And as I said, they give you a cool little box. You put the pickups in them, get a little certificate of authenticity. But I guess ultimately, if you were to sell one of these, a guitar with these in it, you would probably give somebody like the presentation box and all of that stuff too. But I don't see this adding like $1,000 to whatever guitar you put it in. I mean, not really. No one's going to pay like, okay, let's say a Les Paul Standard's $2,800. No one's going to give you $3,800 because you put these pickups into it. You're not going to get more money than you paid. You bought the guitar for. I am curious if these are on like Reverb or something. Is there anyone selling them right now? Out of curiosity, like used. Like I want to see if someone's selling them used. There you go. There's one from an actual 1960s Gibson humbucker for less money. So there's a fun fact for you. You can get a vintage PAF for less money. Yeah, there's someone that wants way too much money for them on eBay. No one's gonna pay. As I said, no one's gonna spend more than they were stock. But yeah, maybe they just don't come up for resale that often. I honestly don't know. We could go to but don't. Let's just see what they say. Let's read the nonsense that Gibson's saying about them, and and we'll get off of me being angry about these for right now, or annoyed. I wouldn't say angry. I'd say more annoyed. Gibson, the iconic instrument brand, has shaped sound across generations and genres of music, becoming one of the most relevant, played, and loved guitar brands worldwide. A true pioneer of the electric guitar and pickup design, Gibson's nearly 90 years of research and manufacturing have defined the sound of countless musicians and music lovers since 1935. Gibson has been the source of the world's finest pickups, standard-setting components on its own factories, though not widely known to the public. Gibson's original patent applied for humbuckers from the 1950s are considered the holy grail of humbuckers' tone, highly influential and often imitated, and every modern Gibson pickup continues that tradition of superior construction crafted in Nashville, Tennessee, from premium materials using time-tested methods. Today, the Gibson Pickup Shop proudly introduces the 1959 Humbucker Collection Edition Series 3, limited to only 1,000 sets and available at authorized Gibson dealers, Gibson garage locations, Nashville, London, and online at Gibson.com. With the 1959 Humbucker Collection Series 3, we push the boundaries of the historical accuracies and tonal integrity even further, says Jared Brandon, Pickup Product Manager. Every detail from the double vintage white butite bobbins to the Alnico 3. Oh, so they're double white underneath. That's interesting. To the Alnico 3 rough cast magnets was chosen to honor the spirit and sonic magic of the original patent applied for pickups. The set is not just a tribute, it's a time capsule for tone purists and collectors alike. Explore your sound with the 1959 Gibson Les Paul, Humbucker Collection Edition Series 3 here. View the full Gibson Pickup Collection here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and look at the Gibson Pickup Collection too. Yeah, they got some stuff, It is what it is. Yeah, is one custom bucker $229 now? Is that what we're going for a custom bucker? I just want to look at the back of a custom bucker real quick. Oh, I guess it is. Yeah, it's a little bit different than this thing. Revered by players and collectors alike, Gibson's legacy patent applied for humbucking pickups have inspired countless replicas over the decades. The original feature a range of Alnico magnets, including Alnico 2, Alnico 3, and Alnico 4, remain among the most sought-after vintage components in existence, especially when the rare opportunity arises to acquire a set. Through a meticulous process involving 3D scanning, scientific analysis, reverse engineering of the late 50s examples, and reference to archival Gibson specifications, the Gibson Pickup Shop has crafted its most precise reproduction dates. The Collector's Edition Series 3 set comes housed in a premium Lifton case, showcases double vintage white butate bobbins, Alnico 3 rough cast long magnets, Storl accurate nickel covers, aged cream M69 mounting rings. Every metal component from the silver nickel covers and the base plate and screws and springs has been expertly aged by the Murphy Lab team. Only 1,000 sets will be produced, each serialized with a 1959 styling number. Oh, okay. So there is some sort of serial number on these things. We'll go back to, let's see. Will it let me go back? Nope. Over here. There we go. So somewhere there's a serial number on these things, I guess. Where that is, I don't know, unless the serial number is just with the kind of certificate of authenticity and not on the actual pickups itself, which I guess is a possibility. But yeah, don't buy these. So you can get someone to make you these essentially with the same components for a lot less money. So that I would even, as I said, go custom build route. Go find a guy that has his own pickup winder to do it for you. Don't spend $1,000 on pickups. I guess that's all I can really tell you. At the end of the day, it's your money. I can't stop you. I can't stop anyone from spending their own money. But I can try to persuade you to buy something else that's equivalent. Until next time, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, leave a like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And as always, have a good one.